All right, so it is 8:30 Eastern Standard Time now. We are officially getting ready to start. For those who don't know, I am Pika Pete, the admin of the Discord of No Quarter, and I am here with Celia and Waz of Yacht Club Games. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves, now would be the time.
Sure, yeah. Hey, I'm Nick Wozniak. Everybody calls me Woz. I do pixel art and did art on Shovel Knight, and I was one of the founders, so I know all of the hidden lore and all of the deep cut. You can ask me anything, and I will tell you something, even if it's a lie. Julia walked out of the room, but she is our event coordinator and PR person and what do they call that? Community manager. And she will say things that sound way more official than I do. Yeah, she's great. When she comes back, she'll reintroduce herself, but she goes by Celia, and her user is Celia P throughout the world.
So I see Alec just joined the stream, so there's no pressure, but anyone who has the Tropical Kings role can join the VC and unmute themselves. So if anyone from Yacht Club Games wants to, come in and share some fun facts, they're more than welcome.
Introduce yourself, Celia.
I'm Celia. I handle marketing and some licensing and community at Yacht Club Games. Waz, what do you do? Oh.
Who's not here?
Oh, well, Oh, there's no water. I was going to bring snacks, but oh.
Oh, snacks don't do well on
Also,
Yacht.
if anyone on the team is listening in, you're welcome to join us in the stream room.
You already said that too.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Fine. I'm sorry. I was busy sharing the event on Twitter. Whatever.
Okay, so I think we should wait about 2 or 3 more minutes just to give some people some more time to get in, because I know there's some people who are trying to make sure that they actually get in the Kahoot. We got 34 people. 35 nice. Now. This is the biggest Kahoot I've ever personally seen. Usually it's like one classroom.
Should we have a chat up? Is there a chat somewhere that we should have up?
Oh, yeah. So the chat is Voice Village. So if you guys want to take any questions, it's all the way at the bottom of the channel list, of the text channel list.
Yep.
Cool.
So yeah, that's the chat. I'm going to not really be looking at Twitch chat. I'm just going to be looking at the Voice Village chat.
Perfect. And Voice Village.
Cool.
All right, so
I see Scott the Waz posted. We have to kill each other to find out who can be the one Waz.
I believe in you. Don't be worried.
There's so many iconic Wazes.
There's only one.
You have to fight the other.
Yes, you're the most iconic Waz, of course.
Uh-huh.
You're the only one who has an emote in the Discorder of No Quarter.
Yeah.
I also have an emote in BTTV. If you want to add that to your Twitch channel, go ahead. It's called Wazjam.
Oh my gosh. Campaigning for Waz. Yeah.
It's so good.
Should be. Is it gonna auto scroll? Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good job.
Ugh.
Okay, so we've got like 2 people who are trying to join, but their names are too long, so I'm just gonna wait for them to either shorten their name or DM me what they plan to have their name as. Okay, so there's one of them. So we got one more person, and then we'll get started.
Sure.
So they're gonna start out really easy. The questions are gonna start out really easy. There's not gonna be that much interesting to say, but once we get deeper in, I think there will be some questions that might prompt you to tell some like interesting stories about the development of the game, stuff like that. So I'm excited to get to those.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we dig in, yes. Okay, so someone in the chat has a question. They say they don't really understand the gameplay of Pocket Dungeon yet, so how does it work? They say it looks like Crypt of the Necrodancer, but on a puzzle grid.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what Crypt of the Necrodancer is already, right? But in the context of the puzzle, how that works, you're going through and it's not to the rhythm. You don't have to like move like Necrodancer, where you're like penalized or bonused for matching the rhythm of the beat.
Mhm.
But when you move, everything else around you move. You want to chain a bunch of enemies together and kill like 10 guys all at once. And
You can also chain items together.
you can chain items together. You can get special items. You can get cool relics. So yeah, that's kind of like how that works. Also, someone joined us in the room. Do you want to say hi? You don't have to. You could quietly observe.
I'll say hi. I'm Bridget. I'm probably newer to the team. Hello. I do programming.
She is new to the team. That's
Yo.
not a problem.
That was my intro.
She's pretty cool.
What do you do here at Yacht Games?
I program.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of
Don't
tools?
say what you program.
She can't say what she's doing.
She can't.
'cause she-
Can I ask what tools are used?
No.
No? Okay, that's secret. Okay. Not even.
Like,
Can I ask a
tiny-
programming language?
Yes, you can. Ask the question. If Celia yells at you, then you can't say.
Okay.
I'm not gonna answer.
Okay.
We actually we got a bunch of kind of like scissor and craft paper. So those are her tools right now.
Oh wow, yeah. No, she programs in binary and a notepad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So.
You use C++.
Oh, okay.
Clear punch codes.
All right. So I think we're ready to get started. We got 38 people in here. This is gonna be an awesome Kahoot. But before we start, there's a very important question. Someone asked, "Is Scrap Knight single?"
And Morgan.
Morgan's here.
Morgan, are you gonna be here too?
You want to hang out? Okay, Morgan just left.
That's a weirdo. Is Scrap Knight single?
Yeah.
She's way out of your league.
Yeah.
I didn't ask that. That was a question from chat. I'm sure she's out of my league though.
I think you may have a shot.
Oh.
When they're she'll make it becomes
He's got like gray hair though.
Hey man, you don't judge.
I mean, look, if you're gonna.
She's a
I don't think you might touch. Look crazy.
All right. On that
This
note,
Oolong single.
Oolong is definitely single.
That's such a better question.
Oolong doesn't remember. Maybe he doesn't. He's constantly just like.
Okay, so in the Oolong dating sim that we're gonna make.
yo, you heard it here first. You heard it here first, folks.
Okay, then, sorry.
Oolong dating sim coming 2029.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, I think it's time to start the Kahoot.
Oh, is what Oolong's species? Is that part of the?
I don't know
We'll
what
find
I don't know what his species is. That's not a question.
Maybe I can reveal that at the end of the question.
Okay. At the end of the dating sim.
All right.
That's not
find
the
out.
dating sim at the end of this. There's no dating sim. We're not-
Do you guys know the answer to this one? I think this one might be a bit too hard.
No, I don't know.
Pretty sure it's Blue Blur.
Yeah, I think so too. So Waz, what kind of juice is Shovel Knight drinking in that cup?
He can't have alcohol because he can't have alcohol.
Is it juice? What kind? Is it apple?
It's juice. It's juice from the juice
I'm
bar.
asking what kind.
I don't know. You have to ask Lisa Barkeep for that.
Okay.
I'm really glad that everyone got that one right. I'm really proud of you all.
Okay.
Let me
Bully.
think. What would be the juice?
LFR in the lead, the fastest.
Oh, speed is a factor. That's
Yes,
makes
Yeah.
speed is a factor, which is why I encourage people to join VC. So you can't cheese this one by counting. You might get, tripped up.
The Order has how many numbers in Treasure Trove? Like in every episode? Is
Like
there
in
one
total.
that leaves?
I feel like there's a pretty consistent number, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like the
This makes
robot
this
masters,
makes me wonder.
the knights. You got the eight main
Yes.
knights.
Who gets 9?
What?
6 of you guys 9? Who guessed that 9? Of course it's 8.
You guys are bullying them, what? Next question is Waz a bully?
I threw the Enchantress in there to
think
throw
that
people off.
The Enchantress is part of the order. I could see that.
Well, yeah.
She's-
You can make
she
an
own-
argument.
She's like the coach. She's not on the team.
Yeah, what is his famous move?
This one might get a few people.
This is funny because we always say one of them because it's the one that we use during the development.
Did you all say pogo during development?
No. No, we all said down thrust, and you'll catch us saying down thrust constantly.
Mm.
And so, like, we say down thrust even still. But yeah, it's shovel drop. Shovel pogo, people say that because of DuckTales.
Yeah, I usually hear pogo, like just pogo.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
The plunging pounder. Pounder? That's,
That
I
was
would.
your extra.
That was, yeah, that wasn't yours.
It's not. That's not mine. That's not a celiac answer.
I think this one is the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
It's a classic PlayStation 4 game.
Oh, we're watching the Twitch. We should go watch it. It'll be faster.
Yes.
Wow. Those are some cool graphics.
All right, so I made the graphic for that one, the Commodore 64, Shovel Knight 64 April Fools. Could you shed some light on how that was like made? Like was that purely animation, or was that a real-time demo, or what was that?
I'm running on the Commodore.
Wait, really?
Yeah. There was a guy who worked here at the time. His name is Carl Henrik. He's part of the Commodore 64 demo scene, and so he actually put in like these sprites and the level and like everything that you see in that little video is all that there is.
That's actually running in real time though. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, that's recording. So yeah, he actually made.
I thought there would be
Shovel Knight
no way. I thought that would be like an animation or like maybe a mod.
It's totally legit.
It's gonna be a hashtag release the Commodore 64 cut.
Release the Commodore cut.
Yeah. Let's make it a thing, guys.
All right, we still got Eccles in the lead. I hope I'm saying that right.
Wow.
Eccles.
Eccles.
Eagles.
Oh, Carpet Cat's here. Hi, Carpet
Hey,
Cat.
Carp.
What is his name?
You should have made Sun also an answer.
I'm so terrified that the right answer is not going to be on this board. I know the way we've gone over this, and like we checked all these answers, but like
You know,
I saw a flying rat, and I was like, wait, no, because that's like like a thing is.
yeah, no, don't worry. And if it's wrong, we're spicing things up.
I'm so sad no one picked Clarence.
Um,
I'm so sad.
Flying rat, rotor rat.
Whenever I throw the rats in King of Cards, I feel like go forth my son.
And showdown.
I have to say that like showdown, yeah. Every single time I throw the rat, I'm like, goodbye.
This one,
That's a good one.
this one's pretty hard, I think, because there's no consistent scheme. I am bad at the fairies, yeah. I'm pretty bad at the names because they don't follow like a pattern. See, this one caught people up. People said the Fairy of Hope. Like that's Fairy of Hope's pretty good.
It's a good choice. I think any of those could have worked, but obviously chivalry. We had to go with chivalry.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I think based on the names of the other fairies, that's especially why people might pick Fairy of Hope. But I'm gonna stop talking before I give people
Nice.
the answer.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the name of this bad boy's move?
The flying swallow. That's an interesting move.
Hey, are you giving answers?
Oh, look,
Hey, Was.
if you're paying attention, if you're waiting for me to get that answer, then you're already too slow.
That's true. Whoa.
Huh?
Fast.
That's a nice number.
Nobody listened. Nobody listened.
Most-
One person said it.
No one picked Flying Swallow, so that's good. That's good. So
Desmond Roche is the
how did you guys come up with the name for this move?
It's really fast. And it flashes. This is one of those ones.
It's a dash and it's a slash.
Yeah. So it was like it's a development name that we opened the doc and we're like, hey, should we rename this? And everybody was like, no. It's fine.
Fun fact, the indicator that appears over enemies when you can dash slash them is called a dash slash gash.
Yo, that's
That
some
is-
good lore.
That is headcanon. It's not called a
We've
gash.
called it that, haven't we?
It's called a tear as well.
All right. Oh, we got some shakeups on the board right now. We got some shakeups on the board.
Oh gosh.
New lore. Whoa, what was the name of it?
First third-party published title?
Yeah, our first one.
Pretty sure it was Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Did you say Pac-Man?
Someone in chat wrote Pac-Man and it was in my brain, so I just said it out loud too.
Oh, I see.
It's Tetris.
The right answer is Super Mario Brothers 2, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Not Cyber Shadow. It's a trick question.
I knew if I put that, people would pick it.
So
Yeah.
fun fact. So the people that made Gunvolt is Inti Creates, and so we brought the Gunvolt here, and they brought Cyber Shadow to the east.
Yeah.
So they're our good friends. They're really cool.
I mean, have dinner with them, and they're fun, and yeah, everybody go love Inti Creates.
They're
So
super kind.
how did that partnership start with you guys publishing the game, and like what did publishing, like what exactly do you do? Because I feel like a lot of people don't really have a good
Yeah.
understanding of what publishing actually entails.
Publishing, it depends on the project. For Azure Striker Gunvolt, it was really a way for us to have a U.S. presence and have a way to distribute the game physically. And so that was like one of the main things we did. We also promoted it a few times at PAX. So that was like one of the more minimal, efforts we did. And Cyber Shadow is much more of like a co-development. We're giving direction and design ideas and feedback, and main production's happening on Cyber Shadow, done by Arne Hunsker. So that's more of the I would say, I guess, like typical kind of publishing that we're doing right now. You know, with Dig and Pocket Dungeon. That's like we're getting feedback and design direction and art feedback and all that.
And then what Inti Creates on that side was that they assisted us in publishing, but it was more of the distribution side of things.
Right. It's especially in Japan. It's really important to have a Japanese side publisher, because if you don't, then you just can't have your game out there.
So
It's really hard.
So you guys helped them distribute in America, and they helped you guys distribute in Japan?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
That's
But they also
really
do
cool.
American. So
Yeah, they also
they're cool. We like them.
That's awesome. All right, so let's see. We got some major shakeups because a lot of people. That was the first one where the majority did not get it right, so we got some major shakeups happening.
That's good.
Oh, side note, guys. Our colleague Adam's here. Adam, say hi and say what you do.
Oh, hello. Sorry, caught me off guard. I'm the senior QA lead, so I basically just do all the QA here.
Yo, QA is important. Let's give it up for QA.
Once.
Teasers, clap emojis.
Thank you.
He's the best.
So,
I mean,
Akana.
I've never
That's good.
I've never experienced any major glitches in Shovel Knight or Cyber Shadow, so that's a good
Well,
sign.
there was one, but it came out before Adam was with us, so that was our fault.
Oh, okay.
One that shipped with the original Shovel Knight. That one was the Tinker Knight crash. If you didn't quick kill him, and you did a shovel drop on him as he fell, or when he's on the ground, the timing was such that he would land on the ground as soon as the floor would break, and then Shovel Knight would go into like the winning pose and go into the soft lock. He had to restart. You had to redo the whole level.
Dang.
Dang.
It's worst.
Why did you let that happen, Was?
Because it's
Why did you use it?
because everybody did the quick
Way to
kill.
go,
So we've got a question from the chat. Prince Grottle is asking, what is the biggest regret for Treasure Trove now that it's all done? So like, was there anything that you wish you could have
I
squeezed in there? But you couldn't?
I really hate the design of the ice dragons. Stranded ship. They have that big like weird goiter on their neck, and like, I think they're gross looking.
Well, I'm glad that it's something so minor and not like, oh, we wish that we could have done like a fifth
I see it
campaign.
every time. I hate it. Is his name? He has a name.
What's his name?
Somebody keeps saying grouse.
Is it the name of the ice
I
dragon?
don't know. I'm just reading. I have no idea.
His name is Groose now.
I sometimes people like, or like the speedrunners especially, like they're like nickname the things that we make, and we don't know what those nicknames are.
Oh yeah, the best.
Cuddles.
It's like cuddle.
Cuddles.
I didn't know the name of the Teethalon for a while. I just knew it as 420 fish.
420 fish, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like the hover meanies or Jawas still in my head.
What the heck is that bird?
Is it a moth?
It's like,
That thing is crazy. Thank you,
Oh
Anarcho.
yeah. It's like puffed up.
All right, so we got some more shakeups. Let's go. Oh, this is only a differential of 2 points between first and second. That's crazy.
all
All
right,
right,
fast.
this one's gonna be hard. This is one of the streak breakers.
Whoa. Hey, Waz, is it true that you still have some of the dirt that was mailed out? And
Are you?
You hoarded it?
No, I
is it
don't.
true?
It was.
I heard it was true.
It was a nightmare to put together.
Uh-huh.
It was
Okay.
the worst.
Tell us what the heck this means, because I actually
All right,
didn't
so
know
look,
about the dirt at all, because
every-
I'm a newer fan.
So okay, what at $100 we were like, hey, our first physical reward should be dirt. That was really funny. We did that. So dirt, it was, we sent dirt. It was not just we didn't go outside and like scoop dirt into an envelope. What we did is like we went to a store and bought. I think we bought like fake dirt, like some like weird silicone, maybe potting soil. I forget.
I heard
But
potting soil.
we mixed that with like things from each stage, and so one of the dirts had like bones in it, or like little toy bones. One of them had like snowflake chunks, and
Oh, that's
one of
really
them
cool.
had like science things. So like there was one from each stage.
What's the science things?
I don't remember. We did this like seriously. It was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yes, it was that.
Like mini flasks from like Michael.
It was 8 years. It was 8 years ago because the game came out 7 years ago and we did it in 2013.
Oh my god.
Unless they did it after, I don't remember.
For 10th
Anyway,
anniversary.
leave me alone. That was 7 years ago.
You should sell the dirt.
Just sell the dirt.
10-year anniversary. Who would buy it?
Buy the dirt.
10-year
Should we-
anniversary dirt. You guys should put it all in a big pot and plant like a Shovel Knight tree. Like a Shovel Knight chia pet.
But like real bones.
yeah, we went to Wingstop and just kind of like,
Oh god.
just
You just get hit up by the CDC.
worried about that because like if you send dirt, like, can you send dirt across state lines?
Yeah, you can get in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that a thing? You can't send dirt?
I don't know. Like it's organic. There's regulations for that kind of stuff.
I mean, maybe you could have some parasites or like cross contamination, I guess.
Which character has an alternate costume? Oh,
Yeah.
this is a hard one.
I think it's a streak breaker.
JK, it's all of them.
Yep. So, as
You guys want to know about the Dragon Knight?
yeah, as the person who created all the alternate costumes, most likely, I was gonna ask, do you have any fun facts about like the origin of any of like
Yes.
the Baron armor or the Dragon Knight, stuff like that?
So Dragon Armor is like the other ones make sense. Like Fishhead and Donovan, those come from the other parts of the game. Dragon Armor is especially made for Showdown. And what happened was, way back when we did a Kickstarter, one of the rewards was to get your portrait in the game, and somebody wanted to have their OC or their like design instead of their face, and they drew this dragon. And I was like, "Wow, this dragon's really cool." And so that person's dragon, I replaced Gold Armor's head with their dragon. This is back during the development of Shovel Knight, so this is like 2013 or 14, and and no, that's cool. That wasn't. So I pitched this as an idea, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, that doesn't really make sense, but sure." And then I was always like pitching it as a joke idea to the team. And then one day we're doing Showdown review. This is like 5 years later, and we had been talking about it because it's like a costume, or whatever, but like not seriously. But then I walked into the review room, and somebody chose gold armor, and then pressed a button, and it switched to dragon gold armor, and he was different, and he had like a fire attack, and he was awesome. It was super cool. And so they reverted some stuff like a bunch of guys. But it was like a weird present to me for a little bit, and then it became real. Like I mean, like took it seriously. But like it started. It was like, hey, let's keep this from Waz as we develop it, just like as a surprise. It was awesome. It was
That's
the
a
coolest
really
thing ever.
that's a
To
great
have-
story.
I had
That's a
like
great
branch
story.
their SVN commits, which I don't know if any of you will appreciate that.
I'm
It wasn't
just
a
now
branch, it
learning
was like
about
passed
version
around on a
control.
USB
I
drive
didn't see
so
that.
that Waz can't see that edits were made until it was time to unleash the surprise.
Yeah, they were like trading like zip files back and forth. I don't know.
So, yeah, you would have seen it.
Yeah, because we all have access to it. Like we're all
Yeah.
constantly building the game. Like that's like not a thing that you could have had unless they like really went out of their way. And they did, and it was awesome. And then like it made a bunch of bugs, and we had to fix them all.
All right, so I got some questions in the chat. Is Shovel Knight actually a Baron, or did he just steal the armor from a Baron? I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, but
I was so sure you were gonna say fish. I don't have an answer to that.
no, we all know that fish is like kind of a thing, but not really a thing. Like I think we're all up to speed on
The
fish.
official answer is that Shovel Knight could be a fish, right?
He could be, but we
Yeah.
don't know.
Yes, you're the one that wrote
I know.
this.
I'm tired.
Celia's asleep right now. I
It's
just
for
want
the lore.
I had
I'm
to
not
regret.
sleepy. You can ask.
Okay.
Sleep.
So
So
we've got
So
one
my-
more
Is he
chat
a
question,
Baron?
and then we can move on.
I don't know if he's a Baron. I think that the Baron armor.
I think. Okay, wait, hold on. As Shovel Knight's lawyer, because I'm a lawyer now. Allegedly, if he confirms to stealing, then that implicates him for a crime.
He
So,
he has Baron armor. That's what we can say.
I feel like it was like Lord, like
Lord
Omega
Smiling
Ultra
Rhythm.
Lord Shovel Knight armor, and then we're like, what are we actually gonna name this? And we looked up Lord on a thesaurus and chose Baron.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, because it's Lich Lord, Baron,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, that makes
What is Plague Knights? It's something ridiculous.
Bomb
Oh,
tech,
I
boom
It's like
tech.
the
right?
Alchemist. Oh, Boom Tech Plague Knight. Yeah.
I like that one. That one's my favorite. I'm biased though.
King Knights is Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah, the Grand Royal Supreme.
What's it called?
King Knight.
Ultimate Supreme. Yeah, in my head I just think of the tacos.
Oh my
Nice.
god, that's so funny.
I think that was like, should we call him Ultimate King Knight or like Supreme King
We
Knight?
need to get that. We need to get that going.
Oh yeah, you get tacos, Taco Bell in the line.
I know,
Okay,
right? We
so
call.
so we got
So
one more
that-
chat question, and then we'll move to the next.
He's like, I just want to do my trivia things. Shut up.
Oh no, not about the
That's my
trivia.
favorite comic. That's my favorite comic of all Shovel Knight comics.
Allegedly.
He has titties and then he just. Oh my god. This. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. Continue
It's all
with your
good.
trivia thing.
It's all good. We're here to have Shovel Knight lore dropped upon us, and that's what we're getting. So Anarcho is asking, how did you decide to put in the green taunt Easter egg for gold armor?
The green taunt.
I'm not sure what that means exactly.
Right.
I haven't played Showdown a ton.
Right. Okay. So that was another. Again, that was another like weird thing. He gets all floppy. Yeah. So Sean made this thing, and he's like, "I want to make him floppy," and everybody was like, "That's really weird. It's really weird." He looks now. He's like made of goo, and then the compromise was like, "Well, maybe the green one is made of goo." And so that's why he's floppy.
Oh.
And so the green one is the idea is that he's like goo-like, and so he can be floppy, and that's why both him and the dragon do that.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
My favorite part of the dragon's telling him that.
Okay.
Wow.
I see. All right, on to the next question. Which of these games does not feature an appearance from Shovel Knight? I love this question so much.
I love your screenshot too. Like, what even is happening? You don't know what that game is. It's like, is that a baby? Is that Isaac? What is that giant monster gonna hit him? Oh, that's Shovel Knight. What's happening?
Who voted Super Smash Brothers?
Oh, unbelievable.
Our pride and joy.
I was
Yeah.
so happy when I saw that was happening.
That's a good answer.
Fun
Not
fact.
Inspector of Torment.
In Ukulele, Sean Velasco voices Shovel Knight.
Yeah, we thought they were
Wait,
gonna
for
like.
real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he's
awesome.
like, oh yo, oh yo, oh yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
we thought they were gonna like voice over that more, but no, it just sounds like Shovel Knight. Or it sounds like, sorry, it sounds like Sean.
That's great.
I think I'll tell you later. Remember this moment.
Oh, okay. I'm,
Not gonna remember. It's fine.
no, it's not. You can buy Shovel Knight on all these platforms. I can't believe that what the answer is. What's a PlayStation?
So, side note, Kratos and Shovel Knight's encounter is canon in the God of War universe. and
Yeah,
the Shovel Knight
Corin and
universe.
Corey Ballroom.
He confirmed
Barlog.
it.
Nice.
What's an Ouya?
So I have a question actually about this one.
Yeah.
So how come Shovel Knight is on the PlayStation 3 but not the Xbox 360?
So part of the reason we got onto the Vita and the PlayStation 3 and the 4 is, and it's all crossplay, is because it's all crossplay, and that was like part of the arrangement with PlayStation. As far as not being on 360, I think at the time it just didn't make sense. Like Xbox One is out, let's just focus on that, and so we did.
I see.
Yeah, I don't like the timing of it. Like it wasn't really a mystery. Like when nobody really got it on the PlayStation 3. That was just like a thing to go in with the Vita and stuff. So
I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So like PlayStation 3 was just like kind of happened incidentally because so like I'm assuming that port didn't take too much work.
I don't think so. Yeah, the main thing is that like when it came out, like the like PlayStation 4 was the main thing. That was the
Right.
generation. Xbox
Right.
was the generation.
Right.
But we didn't like a generation just for Xbox.
Right. Right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Kamir's killing it.
Okay, next question.
Original estimated release date? Why you gotta put us on blast like this? That's so mean.
This was not written by us. This is a Yacht Club Games provided question.
That's not what? Told me. What? It was in this spreadsheet.
I love that you use the image from the Kickstarter. How it has like super outdated art.
I love that trailer just because of how crazy it looks compared to the final
So
game.
different, yeah. There's vertical scrolling up and down in that trailer. That's weird. There's big blue gems.
I love just seeing how much the game changed from that trailer to release. It's actually crazy.
Yeah. Have we come up with the cheat codes? The cheat codes were gotten. We got to the cheat codes by what we could do with just manipulating code mostly. Some of them we put more effort into, but most of them were like, hey, we could like change the attribute of like how high it jumps, and so like let's add that. Let's make bubbles always come out. Let's do something really easy and just have like bouncy walls. There's a couple cheat codes, or I'm not sure if they ever made it in, but the twirling screen.
God, yes, there. That's it.
That one's so good and so impossible to play.
So
Oh, cool.
I don't know how hard this would actually have been to execute, but since I always thought that it would be really cool if there was a cheat that was like Sonic Mania mode. So hear me out on this. It's
Okay.
the first level is Shovel Knight. There's no world map. You play a level as Shovel Knight, and then it switches characters to Spectre Knight. Because it reminds me of the Spectre of Torment music, especially, and like level remixes, remind me of like Act 1 and Act 2 of a Sonic game, kinda. So that would probably be really hard to implement and like not worth the time for like how easy the rest of the cheats were, but I just thought that like could have been a cool idea.
Yeah, I guess that there's a couple things with that make it hard, but and like a QA nightmare, just because
Yeah.
like things are loaded and weird. But we do have debug commands that let you switch between characters. For you actually switch between games. in the debug commands, but that's like way different.
Right.
Playing as Shovel Knight than as Spectre Knight. Like, wouldn't you just want to stick to one of them though?
Well, the main reason I had the idea was because it's like the way the music changes kind of reminded me of Sonic. So like you kind of have to switch characters though because the levels aren't entirely playable as like other characters. I would imagine they're designed for each character.
Yeah. We should just do like a Shovel Knight randomizer where you just like walk into a room and you're like Spectre Knight and a Shovel Knight level, and then
That would
like,
be really fun. That would
Yeah.
be really fun.
After the Oolong dating game.
After the Oolong dating game, yes.
Do you remember the bug where it was like one of the server was actually building one of the platforms where it was Shovel Knight's like visual like styles, but it was actually Plague Knight's collision.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it was only happening on Xbox for some reason, and I was just trying to figure out what's going on. Like, why is it like so mismatched? And I finally realized that it was actually the wrong collision from a different stage.
That's so rad. I'm surprised that like
That's
it
cool.
was not playable. Otherwise, you can play it.
Okay,
Love
so
adventure. Okay.
we've got a question. Is the big Shovel Knight cheat code beatable?
The big Shovel Knight.
Yeah, it should be. It's
All
just
the
some
cheat
sections
codes are
difficult.
definitely playable and beatable. And you guys don't know this, but Nintendo, when it was when they published it in Japan, they have like one of the craziest QA departments, and it's called what do they call?
Three months?
Is it Tree? No, it's not Treehouse.
Mario Club.
Mario Club, thank you. Mario Club is like one of the craziest QA departments ever. They do like extensive testing. They tested all those dumb cheat codes we put in there, and they found like bugs that like nobody else did. They had videos and all this kind of stuff that attached to all their bugs. They have like a full-fledged department for that, and so it makes sense that they just like are able to throw a bunch of resources at it.
I remember the craziest one they found was this like soak bug that only occurs if you idle on the level map for like 10 hours or whatever, and they found it like 11 hours after they got that build, and it's like, why would they do that? Like, how did they know? How did they find that so fast?
Yeah, Mario Club's amazing. So
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah, all those are playable. The way the big Shovel Knight is playable is that his world collision hasn't changed, and so he's just bigger, and his attack collision has changed, and his defense has changed, I think, too. And so, but like the block that is Shovel Knight can fit through all the hallways and stuff.
I see. So I think you're probably gonna have some stuff to say about this question here about Shield Knight's original design.
Sorry, what? What was Shield Knight's original design?
Yeah.
Very
Go
good.
queen, a spear maiden, or a generic princess. Yeah. So Princess McGuff, we just like had a character stand in because we didn't like figure out everything.
Yeah, and she's supposed to die.
Yep.
How
Shovel
rude.
Knight was gonna bury her.
That
Yeah.
that was really sad.
Yeah, she's right there. That's her.
It's a lump.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a lump.
Well, when your skin decomposes, it turns gray.
Okay. So
That's her.
I got a question from chat. Phantom Striker has a graveyard marker on his Joustus card. Does that mean he's undead?
That is such a good question.
And that's the answer.
Yep.
That's
I think you guys probably can't talk about that because it's like not entirely your character, right?
Phantom Striker's Showdown campaign. See what happens there.
yeah, find out. And then let us know.
Oh, okay. All right, Plague Knight's Fairy. What do you guys think?
Oh.
The fairy absorbs. Something. Oh my god. You can't say that. You can't write that. That's Twitch TOS.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, actually.
Is that against Twitch TOS?
You're not allowed to use that in chat.
We're using.
That's
No one used it in chat.
don't report it. Nobody report it.
It's our secret.
I'm gonna get banned.
It's actually with the overthrow.
What day is the anniversary?
This one's hard.
I know this one because this is when we started to get paid.
My birthday is there. That's what the answer
Oh,
is.
which one's your birthday?
June 23rd.
Petal Pat.
Everyone select that one.
Okay, so Anarcho's asking, I don't know exactly what this means, but he's asking, what happened to the Enchantress's familiar thing from the art book? Will he ever be included in a future game?
He might. That was a character that we designed as like a little familiar for the Enchantress to have. Its name was Tempest.
Yeah.
And
He's a snake.
he's like a snake dragon. Actually, if you guys, there's an anime that I had watched recently before that, and I don't know if I can recommend it. It's called XXX Holic.
Oh, I like that one.
And there's a little tiny creature called a pipe fox. It's like a snake spirit thing that can just like fly, and it's cute and fuzzy and has tiny little feet when it wants to. And so that was like the inspiration for the design of the body of that character.
That's cool. That's cool. So where did most of the founding members of Yacht Club Games work before founding Yacht Club Games?
I don't see McDonald's on there. Oh, Burger King in Rhode Island. Arby's.
Oh yeah, Arby should have been on there.
That would have been a really good option, yeah.
We should have Sean's Arby shirt.
Visceral games. Little.
I worked at Burger King, Rhode Island.
Thank you, Grottle. Yeah, that the Burger King in Rhode Island is a little reference of Grottle lore. The other.
I see.
I explained to him.
I heard a little bit about Rhode Island being a thing.
Or as Lee liked to call it, Gror.
Don't you mean gore? You gotta have the gore.
Incredible.
All right. Which of these Shovel Knight games have procedurally generated level design? Wait,
The image is an example of procedure.
what? That was so confusing.
Yeah, the image was just, I didn't really know what to put without spoiling the answer. I'm really glad no one chose The Binding of Isaac.
I would have chosen.
It was just like too many vectors for my brain to go in, and I like lost track of where we were going.
Be that gift of that lady like looking at math.
Yeah, exactly.
So
CSI.
Yeah, we get a conversation of like what it's like. We don't know.
Yeah.
So we got a chat question. Do the Liquid Samurai have metal blades, or are they the same liquid?
They're made of liquid. If you watch when they deform, they all melt off, and so the only thing that's actually retained is that little skull ornament with the crystal on it.
Is it true that that's also candy?
Are you asking me if I've ever licked a Liquid Samurai?
Yeah.
Celia.
Alright.
B.
How many cameos has Shovel Knight been in?
Official cameo.
What?
This one's crazy.
No one could know.
I don't think anyone actually does. If somebody like stopped us on the street and said, "Hey, actually, Shovel Knight's he's in 54," I would totally believe him.
You read the official
I'd say,
cameo
"Leave
guide.
me alone."
This one's
49.
definitely this is definitely a streak breaker because this is question 20. We did that on purpose.
That one. So the answer to that one's a little confusing too because that didn't include any that were like promised deals that never worked out. Like in the Kickstarter, there's one of the earliest ones called Sea Wars, but that game just like never came out, and then like the people working on it disappeared. So Shovel Knight isn't actually in that game. So for the official list, those are games that are done or that are out. You can play.
Yeah,
that Shovel
that
Knight appears in, not like pitches, because those aren't games.
And also ones that we weren't told about, like.
Oh, like we didn't count anything that was just like.
They tributed it and we didn't know.
Yeah, so we didn't include like Hitman 2, right?
No, we did not.
Okay.
I didn't count that one.
There's non-official list at the bottom, and Hitman 2 is actually really cool because we didn't know anything about that, and then we just like found it because I don't know. I love Hitman 2, and one of the missions that game is about like doing little side missions in the main mission, and so like you go to this island and you have to kill these 3 people, but also if you find the 6 things, then you get a mission clear. And one of the things you do is you take a shovel from down in the yard and bring it up past the party into the very top of the island, and you find a suit of armor, and you wear the suit of armor, and then you go around and you knock out like 10 elite guards. You get the Shovel Knight, or it's called Spade Knight, award or a mission complete.
Oh, so that's not like an actual official cameo.
They didn't. No,
I
because
see.
they're not like using Shovel Knight. Like, you have to clear it with us when it's like you're using the word Shovel Knight or like you're,
Right.
like for copyright reasons. But if you just did that, then there's like what are we gonna do?
Right.
Like, you don't own shovels.
That's really funny.
Official lawyer. We're gonna have to reject that.
Okay, so this is a Discorder core question right here.
Is this answer because of you? Because I feel like this was made up.
I came up with Donovan, and everybody was like, "That's too serious. What if his last name?" Alex said it.
It's my
Alex.
fault.
He said-
Sorry,
he said
everybody.
Everybody in the room lost it. And I was like, God, I hope we don't lose the Donovan the thought thread because of this totally ridiculous name.
We
Fortunately,
were
we didn't.
thinking like, what are some? We were just sitting around the kitchen. It was like 8 or 9 at night, and we were like, what's like a gross, dark name? And I was just trying to think of something really nasty. And that's it.
Donovan Placenta.
Oh my god.
Donovan Placenta.
That is an iconic trivia fact.
It's definitely headcanon.
It's not official.
It's not official.
Not on the key art.
No.
So, I have a chat question. Is Spectre Knight is still alive when the Enchantress is gone? Is the locket the thing keeping him alive?
So Spectre Knight never died in the official lore. He's maintained by the Enchantress, and his goal is to get his, like, to restore like his humanity to its fullest, right? And I think what we were talking about is that after the Enchantress is gone, because he's there, like she's gone, and he's like playing the original form of the Mona minigame at the end of the credits. And so the idea, I think, is that he it has to do with like the math of all this. Like, I think what we said was like the locket is somehow involved. I don't remember.
I'm amazed that you're even
basically
giving a real answer at all. So thank you. I thought
We
this
did
would be.
think about this. It definitely came up, and we were like, "Well, yeah, should he die?" But no, he's like restored enough to be on his own. And it's also possible that like the Enchantress like lied to him.
Oh,
You know.
that is within her character. Okay,
So I think we could explore that lore thread more, but that would be in a future game.
that would be really cool. Yeah. So, do you have any comments on the answer options for this question?
Yeah.
Is David like hot sauce?
David's secret hot sauce recipe.
I made that up. He would like hot sauce.
No, I don't think.
We went to lunch and I think he ordered something spicy, so I assumed.
Does David like hot sauce?
I think he does.
He might. He doesn't like. He doesn't drink soda though because it like it irritates his throat.
Oh, so maybe not. Maybe you just made
He can handle hot. I love hot sauce.
I
You should have.
Diet Coke can. So guys, okay, so we are experiencing a shortage in the Yacht. We are out of Diet Coke, and Waz, me, and Adam, including you.
Yeah.
We're all very upset right now.
We're flipping tables over.
I know, dude, Waz was ready to break a window. We had a chair.
Celia's
We were all
tired
scared.
because we don't have Diet Coke to keep her awake.
Yeah, I know. I could answer cool Shovel Knight questions. From the... So we're very upset about that. And then the Sean one, I just threw that in there because he's good at stories.
Yeah.
But anyways, so the Yacht Club Games sleepover party was an actual tier,
Well,
and that
so we
it's in the book.
implied that it was a seatless sleepover. The reward was like a come over and have a party with us. But the image that we used was a campfire and a bunch of sleeping bags around a campfire.
What happened in the sleepover party? Would you guys tell scary stories?
So
About Diet Coke?
the idea was that we were gonna like rent out a yacht and like go and like have a party and drink a bunch of booze and eat a bunch of food, and whoever like won would like join us for that party. And then nobody chose that tier. We didn't have that party.
I feel like holding out hope on that.
We were gonna do that part. Actually,
Yeah.
at the beginning of 2020, we were talking about.
I got if I knew it through parties, like specifically, but yeah.
You can imagine what happened to that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No party.
Yeah. So that was our rap party that we just never had.
But if
Yeah.
someone, I guess, donates $5,000, you're invited.
We still gotta do it someday. Don't forget it.
I don't
We will
think
do
I don't
it.
think I've spent quite $5,000 on Shovel Knight stuff, but I feel like I'm getting close.
Or you'll get there
Say the-
eventually.
Say the receipt.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, by the way.
You can go to Celia's house.
No,
For $5,000.
no.
Okay, so we've got a chat question. Why is there no Plague Minion Baz skin in Shovel Knight Showdown?
Because that was one animation. Leave me alone.
That's
that
what
was
I thought. That's
That was like
I
5 frames.
I had a feeling that would be the answer. I just feel the need to
And
convey
actually,
chat questions.
like that kind of stuff, we've already thought of that. Of course, we thought. We think about Shovel Knight. We did like way more than you guys, maybe. But the thing is, like Baz being in that costume, it's just that animation. It's that idle and then the flex pose, which is flipped. So it's not even like a full 5 frames. It was just those animations that you see. Why would I do more? His animations are hard because he's huge. I guess we could have outsourced it.
Maybe.
We did outsource a lot of animations.
That's cool.
Yeah, because we're lazy.
Nice.
Who do you outsource animations to?
A friend of ours, he's credited as Kuritaru in the credits. He did a lot of the dance animations. There's a user named 10 Pound Pixel we outsourced to. We outsourced to a guy named Rafael Ventura. Justin Paul Sear from Tribute has done some animations. Basically, like we took the opportunity of like what battle mode was and kind of like, like because it was just like make a run animation for Mole Knight. That is sort of figured out, and so we let like other people do it. Oh my gosh, do you know who that is?
Who?
That's Ross and his then wife.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just found cosplayers in an image.
You didn't know Ross like cosplayed us.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a really funny day actually. We were like, like this like Shovel Knight started coming up and talking to us, and we were talking, and like he's like, hey, it's Ross, and I was like, you mean from the internet? Like I got like, my brain. I didn't say that out loud. My brain said that, and he took his mask off, and I was like, oh my god, it's you, and I'm like,
really mad that it wasn't the real Shovel Knight.
I thought you were a fish.
So
Which confession did Shovel Knight debut? Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, I got scared for a second because I still in my head think it's PAX West.
No, it was East.
Looking at
I
the
would've-
photos.
I would have answered West because I know you guys are in California, so that would have tripped me up.
We were there. Just the timing. That was in like the early part of the year, and I stood in the same like 8 by 8 inch square all day for the first couple days we pitched it, and by the end of the night, I was like hallucinating. I was like going through the pitch to nobody, and like I was like picturing it, and I had to tell. I had a conscious like executive thought. Stop pitching the game. I had to like force myself not to pitch the game. I was
we're actually at PAX West
that's
2013.
8 years ago.
Why are you talking? We're not even real right now.
Oh, that was so
This
sad.
Discord events in your head.
I had my kids since then. I had my kids.
Oh, it's so sad.
Please
Never
don't
mind.
kill my kids, Celia.
Okay, come on. Your kids are so canon.
Is Black Knight also maybe a fish? You know what? I know what's under Black Knight's mask.
Gee, me too.
We all know. And I'm going to say Black Knight is not a fish.
Yeah, we can't.
Yo,
There you go. There's some deep lore for you.
that's deep lore right there.
Yeah, you guys are the first to know.
Which game by Yoko is an inspiration for Shovel Knight is Shovel? The answer is wrong!
What?
What?
That answer is wrong!
No?
Bruh! It's wrong.
I thought it was
Zelda
Zelda 2.
Link is the shovel drop inspiration.
Whoops. Well, you know.
Dang.
Things late. Okay, you know, like I get tired.
Oh no!
I know.
You can blame me. I checked it. I should.
You know, Watch checked it. Blame him too.
I've been around way longer. I should have
You
known.
know,
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, it's kind of it's from. I thought the like Zelda 2 stuff was like the
We didn't
village
talk
and
about
stuff, right?
DuckTales until like almost to the time the game shipped.
so really for Shovel Drop, I've also heard that in interviews. Check the David
People
interview
say that.
in Game Explained. No, check the David interview
Take the
in Game Explained.
TV. No, people say that. We accept it as like an influence because some people have played it. But like when we were talking about the original design, it was all about the Zelda 2 down thrust, and like DuckTales wasn't even a thing because. But DuckTales and why they're different and why it matters is that DuckTales is like it's a mobility thing that you're using constantly. You're thinking more about like switching it on and off on the ground, like because you can bounce on spikes, and like that kind of gameplay was just not part of the flow. It was really the idea of marrying combat and mobility and like getting a really big bounce off of a downed enemy. I'm so sorry. This is you can blame me. Send all of your hate mail to my email is Celia B.
Stop it.
So we got a chat
Like,
question.
whoa.
Did DuckTales inspire Mr. Hat's attack though?
Wait, what?
Did DuckTales inspire Mr. Hat's attack?
DuckTales inspire Mr. Hats? No.
No.
Not to my knowledge. Mr. Hat's abilities and all that come from the designer of that character.
Oh, I see.
So that was one of the $1,000 rewards, director for a day things, and what's his name? Alex Hatman. I forget his last name because his last name sounds like Chan's last name. But yeah, he designed this character based on his dad actually, and so he refers to him as his dad.
It's based on his dad. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did we make him a My Dad t-shirt and it's just Mr. Hat on it? You should do that.
Just for him.
Just for him. I think he deserves that. Oh my god, we have to make dad hats with Mr. Hat on it.
Wasn't it that his like dad passed away and he was like he always wore lots of hats, so I wanted to like pay tribute.
No, his dad's still alive. He like retired. Yeah,
Never mind.
Has Shovel Knight not crossed over with? Oh. Oh.
Oh man.
You guys remember the what if, or not the what if, it wasn't official, but like the scenarios where Ant-Man would kill Thanos? Do you remember the scenario?
No,
Yeah. Everyone remembers that. Yeah.
I know exactly what.
So does he cross over with Mega Man anywhere other than Smash?
No.
That's what I thought.
But it counts.
But it
It
definitely
does.
counts.
It definitely counts. It definitely counts.
Yeah. They can kill, they can like fight together. And everybody knows that Smash is totally canon.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. So, do you guys think that Cardia's story will ever be explored further in another game?
Mm.
In Oolong's.
I think so.
In the Oolong dating sim?
Yeah, Cardia is makes a pretty solid appearance as a non-dateable character.
I think what's hard about Cardia is that the joke is done. Like, she's sort of like the reference to that Final Fantasy character in Super Mario RPG. Like that thought is what inspired her. But I like her as a force and as a character in the world.
Mm.
So QLex, thank you.
Is she connected to Madame Bieber at all?
So I think like connections of characters is definitely where we could extend stuff, and also like there are other characters that we've mentioned that don't really have any precedence or like have weird like threads that we might pick up later, like Zorix. So stuff like that.
People want to hear about Zorix. There is a very active Zorix fan base in this server.
Zorix is my homeboy.
So
I like Zorix. He's cool. We're gonna find out, I think, all about Zorix one day.
There is an entire document of fan-made Zorix lore, if someone could paste it in, of like basically things that people extrapolated.
Where's Cardia from? Rhode Island? Another dimension, another country, another planet.
It's just where I can post.
I love that you guys thought. What was it, Cardi A and Cardi B?
Hey, shout outs.
I like
She's
the idea that
alright.
Karia is like actually from Earth, but she's just like a cosplayer.
So that means Shovel Knight's not on Earth then. That's a big deal.
Well, everybody calls Propeller Knight French, but there's no France there, so
That's what I think.
Miscellaneous Europe.
he's like, yeah. Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
That's the Zorix lore.
Oh man,
Read through that
DM
later.
that to me. I want to read it.
That's the copy pasta. You heard it here, Anarcho. DM it to Waz.
What are King Primar's Griffiths? This was really I had to think of different names. Although Brian and Stewie is not one of the ones I.
Yeah, they changed that. I initially put Schmutz in there, and then they
Schmutz?
they changed it.
You guys killed Schmutz.
You guys got rid of my
Schmutz
Schmutz answer. That's my cat.
Oh, I wouldn't have changed it if I knew that.
It's okay. I wasn't gonna fight you on it, but
Okay.
just letting you know. Schmutz lore. Oh, Cuddles and Cuddles Jr. Long live Cuddles. He's left behind a. I added to that lore and the.
So we got
It's like
we got a question: who killed Duelist D or Duelist Die? I don't know how you pronounce it.
I don't know if we have an answer to that one. Other than she has a big hole in her chest, so maybe she fell on a spike.
And a happy day.
Duelist die, yeah.
Happy
It is
die.
pronounced Duelist Die. Yeah.
Duelist Die. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like Duelist dead.
thing.
Johnny Spector. What was that question?
Oh, it was
What was the-
what was Spectre Knight's original development name? Or Donovan?
Oh yeah, Johnny Spector. And also, actually, even before that, we were calling him Glenn because of a similar
Glenn?
character.
No,
Yeah.
Glenn is Luan.
Glenn's Luan, right? Johnny Spector and Glenn.
I see.
Fun.
Glenn is the character from Chrono Trigger that I had to play, so I don't know what we're talking about.
So, is Die in Duelist Die? Is that short for anything, or is it just like a pun because she's dead?
It's an alliteration, and it also is like she's dead, so die.
Right.
I guess it could be short for Diana because that's what that name is, but I don't know. We don't we didn't really develop every character's
Fun
backstory.
fact: all of Donovan's animations are still called like Johnny Spector dot whatever.
All Donovan stuff, yeah. Because of it's
incredible.
like when you make a development name, you put it in there, and that's what it is
I
forever.
need to clean up the folder because I
No.
was so confused.
we can't.
scrolling
We
through.
literally can't. Like especially for that one, it's like part of the build process.
You know, in SBN.
I know that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
You can't.
So,
Like the encroacher is what we call the fairy.
Yeah, I figured that out. I was looking for fairies. Right. And I was
Dude,
like,
when we were recording that Yacht Club Games Presents, I had to pronounce like entomological enclave. It took like 4 takes.
So if Dig is procedurally generated, how does Hive Knight have a stage? Is it like you have stage elements that are procedurally generated, or is it like most of the game is procedurally generated, but then some stages are set?
Yeah, so there are stages, and it's like Spelunky. Like
Okay.
you go into a level, and like it's the level is generated room to room with connecting fabric, and like similar points. There, once you play it, you'll start to see the patterns. But I think there's much more variety because it's a platformer. It can't be like Spelunky
Right.
with like how those lay out. But there's going to be like tons of rooms, and
I see.
they won't be as repetitive as you might think.
So it's not like the game is procedurally generated and then I get to this level and it's the same every time. It's like this level has elements that are like stitched together.
Yeah. Imagine it's like imagine there's like 100 rooms,
Right.
and we like specifically authored those rooms, or Nitrum did, and then those get stitched together in random ways.
That
And
sounds
sometimes,
really
like-
exciting. That's exactly the
Yeah.
kind of game that I would want Shovel Knight to be in.
Expected
Good.
game.
That sounds really exciting.
There's some cool facts.
Yeah.
Good job, what?
We have a question: is Hive Knight related at all, or have any similarities to the Hive Knight in Hollow Knight other than the name?
No,
No.
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 I had a feeling that'd be the answer.
it's more related to. A celebrity. I won't say which one.
Okay.
That's some deep lore right there.
Originally he didn't have a mask.
Hive Knight is Ryan Gosling, Danny DeVito, Beyonce, Adam Sandler. We got lots of options here.
Debate.
We'll let the community.
Steve
Fairy is
Buscemi.
fairy of royalty. But then she says, no, it doesn't seem very real. You can't take him with you. That was my favorite part, is that you can't choose the King Knight fairy as your favorite fairy.
All right, so
Be sad.
Yeah.
that
It's
was
a horrible nightmare.
Well, players might think that it's like a puzzle, and it's like, oh, I must pick the King Knight fairy, and that'd be no fun. You should actually choose your favorite.
I see.
What if King Knight's my favorite? And the correct answer is your favorite is not King Knight.
He's not your favorite.
He's definitely not your favorite after the ending. That's for sure.
That's definitely not. Definitely not. He's the bad guy.
He's relatable. It's fine.
He's a spoilable.
Okay, so that was the final question. So that means that the top 3 people, so the people who are going to be on the podium right here, they get to go to the final round. So we got
Hey.
Twilight, we got Didachi,
Dashi,
Yay.
nice job.
and we got with
Chimera.
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 Good job.
So
Whoa.
speed really matters because Chimera got one question wrong that Didachi did not. But
Oh my god.
Chimera was just faster.
Oh, we're like, I'm out. I love that. Who made that?
Hold
I
hold birder, gentle like hamburger. Very good.
love that so much.
Hamburger.
Okay, so someone in the chat really wants to know if Treasure Knight is an eel.
Is an eel?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right.
Treasure Knight, I guess we don't. I don't want to say he's not an eel though. But we've never like conceived of him as an eel. We did conceive of him as a living sentient mass of coins at one point.
Oh, I like that.
Where when you killed him, his helmet would fly off too, and then like when his body like flopped over, coins just spilled out of his body everywhere. But it sure looked like you beheaded Treasure Knight and like guts came out. So we changed that. He's not. I don't think. And also like what? He's coins. That's weird.
Okay. So
Person.
to the people who were in the top 3, all of you guys have won a prize pack of physical prizes from Yacht Club Games. So if you guys,
Whoa.
If you guys-
Seal's gonna break your house.
yeah,
No, I'm gonna give it to Peter. He can do whatever he wants with it. He can decide not to give it to you and just be like, "This is all mine now."
Oh, this was the long con.
so if you guys were in the top 3, I need you to send me a direct message pretty much as soon as you possibly can, so we can get shipping figured out. So you all get the prize pack, but we still need to figure out who is the true winner and who gets all of the digital rewards like the special roll, month of Discord Nitro, and a Steam copy of Cyber Shadow as well. So don't go anywhere. We've got the final round of Trivia Night. I'm going to remove my stream so that we can get only the right people into the hard mode. The hard mode's going to have some deep lore, so make sure you stick around, though.
Here's gone. I can finally talk.
Celia says it's really funny. Sorry for the interruption.
Do you have any more questions from chat while Peter is away doing things?
Oh, he left.
Yeah, we'll answer
Okay.
questions.
I'm still here. I'm just getting the new Kahoot.
Yeah, he's just busy right now, so
And I
I'll
gotta-
take
I gotta
questions
get-
from chat.
I got to get the right people into the Kahoot.
I'll answer any questions about Cuddles and Cuddles
I
Jr.
feel like there's tons of hidden stuff in Shovel Knight that's just like that most people found, but like some people like didn't. Like you find if you go when you're playing King Knight, you can find Enchantress's like sitting room, and in there is a Shield Knight thing that you can hit. Lots of people don't hit that.
Interesting.
There's
I have
one of
que-
the pillars in one of King Knight's one of the burger levels has text that's not the same design and it's written differently, and it's written in the cipher that's from the Hall of Champs. It's hidden in there. I wrote my daughter's name in Morse code on one of the designs.
That's cool. That's
in
cool.
the fancy shop. There's one thing I was gonna put a little thing in there, and you can still get to it, but I never like wrote a thing. I should have written like thanks for playing, whatever. But you can get to it as Plague Knight in one of the challenge levels, or like one of his little mini levels he does. Who designed the Milkmaid in the art book? Dang. Why do you just want to know that?
I want to know who made that Enchantress drawing in the art book.
Those are all Erin. She was our art person back then. What's wrong with her? You guys don't like her?
I think they like her art too much, I'll be honest.
Okay. Well.
You guys are weird.
The guy.
Enchantress.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. He's like a big fan. It's like a waifu.
So I have a question.
What's that?
Are there any features that you considered putting in Shovel Knight that you ultimately scrapped, and in hindsight, you were super glad you never actually put into the game?
Yeah. Knight was gonna go to the moon. We cut that.
That's not a bad idea. That sounds like a great idea.
Fix it.
Dude, would have been so
Is it-
cool, was.
It would have been awesome, but we also would have delayed the game by another 6 months. Shut up, Alec.
All
I guess
right,
I wasn't thinking
let's go
of that.
through like the chat questions because that was actually mine that I just wanted to ask. Let's see here.
King of Hearts.
Nice.
Does YCG have any personal headcanons on the knight's ages or faces? I'd imagine it would be headcanon
yeah.
since you guys write the lore, but
Definitely, and I've drawn some of them, but those are not official. One of them I drew that I thought was actually pretty good. We could have used, but we can't. Is what Phantom Striker looks like.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a headcanon because I was a fan before I worked at Yacht Club Games. So
I remember you posting that fly sprite a while ago. In general, we still have that pinned. And I want to ask, which has more validity as the real Shovel Knight behind the mask? Fish Shovel Knight or that fly Shovel Knight? Which
So
one's more valid?
The idea is that Shovel Knight, the horns are actually mandibles, like a centipede. So he was like looking up, and he's got like gross little mandibles. And so true. If you took
Yeah,
his
that one right there.
he's got like big there it is.
So which one's more valid, that interpretation or the fish interpretation?
The beetle
Oh, those are
interpretation.
hands.
That's my
Oh, those-
favorite.
Wait, why does he have hands?
Exactly.
Majora, I'm sorry, I have to call the authorities on
He
you.
has to. Morgan was like adamant that he should have hands, and I was like, no. And then, and then Sean posted that gif of that deer from BoJack where she like takes off of her hooves as in their gloves, and she has like fingers underneath.
Oh,
And everybody like, stop talking about it.
Is there any backstory to how Percy first met Plague Knight, or did he just kind of show up one day looking for a job?
He's an expert. He's like he knows science. So him and Plague Knight hooked up because of Percy's like ability to be.
So did he just show up one day with like a resume with like his math degree?
Okay, in my headcanon before I started working at Yacht Club Games,
Yeah.
so not official, they met in community college.
It's pretty terrible, the deer. Met in community college.
Yeah, we'll
That's
get a
weird.
transfer, okay? It's a smarter, cheaper way.
I agree.
They went to college in Rhode Island together.
Yeah, I think
in Rhode Island.
they would have crossed paths because of like their mutual interests. I
All
think
right, so-
like, S Percy though, so they're not
There's like
exactly
4 colleges in Rhode Island and Narco. There's like
So-
4.
We've got one
And-
more very important lore question that has been asked many times. We got to get to it, and then we can get to the next Kahoot. Is the Invisishade in the Tower of Fate Inspector of Torment Luon?
No.
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 The one that says, I love being dead?
No, that's not.
I didn't think so. It's just someone really wanted it. They asked it like 4 or 5 times, and I felt bad that we never got to it.
Does Luan have a canonical opinion on being dead?
So, we have like every now and then we'll like, hey, we need to figure out a way to like shoehorn this into working, or like, how come you can talk to a birder in Spectre Knight's game, and then we're like, well, we'll just make that like that's King Birder somehow, and so like we like retroactively make that the canon. And we've done that a couple times, I think. Like, Gold Armor. What does he say when you reveal that he's a dragon? I forget. He's like, I will be accepted for who I am, and if you don't see me, I wasn't accepted, basically. And you like don't see him. Like we shoehorn the lore a little bit, and so if in the future we like retcon that Luan is actually that ghost, that's like we could do that if we wanted to, but that's never crossed our minds that ghost is a person. What I wanted to do is that Inspector Night is that you would find a village full of people with giant heads, and you're just like and all the visit shades are just like floating heads of this like the decapitated village.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Because like a visit shade is like a ball with little arms or whatever, and so we wanted to find like a village that was like those people.
Yeah,
Like,
there's gonna be in one of the prequel games. You'd go to the Hall of Champs before it's like haunted, and you'd meet like all the people that were there that I guess would have been murdered and turned into the ghosts that are there.
A question from Chad. This is a good one. What's the deal with the Red Knight that King Knight has in his bedroom?
The Red Knight and King Knight.
The rat.
Oh, it's just implying that he has a connection to the other rats. Like those are the secret rats, right?
Yeah,
Wait.
the secret exits in the stages are.
Wait, are the secret
and it's on
exits?
yeah, they're red
Red?
rats on a red rope.
Are they?
Yeah, aren't they?
I don't know. That was intended at one point.
I don't remember
It's
them being
definitely
red.
a red ring with a red rope, and
Are
I'm
they
pretty
red?
sure it's red rats at the top.
Oh, okay, so they are red.
Okay, yeah. So that's just one of the secret rats. He has the idea is that he made all the propeller rats. If you read the little sign on he has like a diagram that he drew of the rats where it says like ultimate weapon on it, and you can read it if you use the if you use the cipher. The cipher from the Hall of Champs. You can read all kinds of stuff.
And up on
Where does
the
King
roof,
Knight-
there's a rat rope that's like laid on its side, right? Like he was testing it up there.
Yeah,
Where does King Knight gather all these rats? Like, does he just have like a rat factory set up like somewhere?
He's breeding
He
rats.
just gather them from the forest?
Yeah, man. They're his friends.
They're not his friends. They're his subjects.
But,
Yeah.
Does
they
he
need-
like play like a
Alright.
flute, like the Piper?
I don't know how he extracts them. That's never occurred to me.
All right, so I think if we want to address more lore questions, we should save that till the end of the Kahoot because we do have our our contestants waiting. So if you guys would like to stay and just do like Q&A after these 10 questions, you are totally welcome to. We want to hear all of the things that you have to say. I just want to get going on the Kahoot so that we don't keep our contestants waiting too long. Oh? OBS disconnected. And I can't hear anyone.
Whoever counts them all gets go access.
Huh? What? Can you guys hear us still?
I don't know. Can you guys hear us?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, they can.
Chat can hear us.
Can you hear Pika Pete? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay, I think my internet cut out for a bit.
Okay.
Oh.
We've got to get the people back into the Kahoot.
Oh my god. Someone.
Why does Plague Knight have a skeleton in his room? So that skeleton was originally a minion. It's like got trapped in the walls, and I put it in there, and it was like a minion that was just like long dead. Like you went to find it, but then it was just like really dark, and so we just made it into a monster skeleton. The idea is that like that castle, you're like in the underdark of that castle. Above it was a once like working castle. That's why there's like pillars and stuff in there. So played knights like in the ruins of an ancient castle, and so there's like a monster skeleton because like it's ruins.
Yeah.
What was your unofficial
They
character?
stole it from community college.
What?
Yeah, no, the skeleton.
The skeleton in his room?
Yeah.
He stole it from community.
Oh yeah.
What?
He didn't like the teacher, so he took it. You know, in every community college.
It's a monster skeleton. I guess that would make sense that there would be like a monster skeleton in science class.
Yeah.
It's like science
That's
biology.
the official canon.
That's awesome.
Be fan like prior to knowing you guys.
Yeah. It was a minion that got stuck in the vents that got like forgotten and died, but now it's a film. I did all kinds of weird art. There's art of the bubble dragon, Doze Drake, spitting out bubbles, but it's like really spitty. I'm gonna use that. There's art of Teethalon birthing the the fish that swim at you out of his tongue. It's so gross.
Who
Ew.
drew that?
Me.
What a lovely thought.
I like drawing gross things sometimes.
Gross guy.
I'll share that with you guys someday. The original design for the little gross Teethalon babies, because Teethalon is female. Anglerfish that are that big are all female. Male anglerfish look like little worms,
Interesting.
and what they do is they bite onto a female and then fuse with their body, and that's how they impregnate their female. So like an anglerfish is like the grossest animal on the planet, and they had like little appendages that were like their male. Anyway,
That's cool.
I drew a gross male
Thank you for the
thing,
lesson.
and it was really gross. And then everybody was like, "That's really gross. We should draw a better one." And so then like a real concept was made, and it was cute. So yeah.
Graps asks, is the Graps tentacle creatures you see in the Iron Whale, are they part of one larger tentacle creature, or are they all individual creatures on
That
themselves?
is a really good question, and I've always wanted to do like you fight the Graps mother or the mother brain. Where
That
you
would
fight,
be cool. That'd be
Like
really
that
because-
cool.
one
yeah,
part
yeah.
of Super Paper Mario where there's like a bunch of tentacles, and at the end you find like the giant blooper.
it's a Noodle's dating game.
Yeah, it's a long dating game, guys. You have to see
That
it.
was the aging way past.
It's one of the dating partners. Oolong's dating game takes place at a community college in Rhode Island.
All of them.
The tentacle,
At once.
the tentacle mother.
Okay,
We briefly considered doing that for Spectre of Torment.
that would have been
but we
cool.
decided to make other new mini bosses and stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Did we
so
like a
let's
Graps
get
core?
let's
I
get
definitely
started
like
on the
drew a
Kahoot.
picture of like what's under like the Graps tentacle at one point.
The Simpsons predict like.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
Whoa. That's not real.
That's not real.
Is
Did
it?
they predict it though?
Probably. They predicted
That
it.
is real. That was the World of Warcraft parody episode.
That's awesome.
I can't wait till we get popular enough till like Shovel Knight is made fun of in Simpsons.
The Simpsons still running?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's
Yeah.
actually Bart she's talking to in that scene.
It's funny.
All right, so are we ready to start the Kahoot?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh sure.
Yeah. So
Yes, it's cool.
I had some technical difficulties. My internet cut out, so I was like, I had it ready for a bit, and then everything died, and I had to fix everything. But we're all good now.
We can keep talking. I could talk to you about what what happened to any character you love.
Gotition.
He split into two, and there's two rotations.
Whoa.
No, I don't know.
So-
There's a second that shows up. Sorry, keep going.
This
Interrupt me at any time.
this question, I had no idea.
Wait, what is? Do we see the Kahoot?
Oh, I'm not screen sharing. That's my fault. I had it on Twitch only. Okay. The players could see. So this one was, what was Super Skeleton's design inspired by?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
No one got this one
If
right.
you watch that movie, you can find he's like that character almost. He has like the little laurels over his head. He's a druid. He's like got a cryst knife. He's got like a spirit. When the spirit goes away, his bones collapse. He's very similar to a character in The Last Unicorn.
Interesting.
Inspired.
Interesting character.
Allegedly inspired by.
Extremely inspired by. If you watch it, it's like, oh, we're hacks.
All right, so I told you guys this is hard mode. No one got that one. This one's a bit easier.
Which Justice card only has single arrows pointing in all 4 directions. This is a trick. Yeah. So flail armor and Baz also, but Baz also has the slam attribute.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody said Baz, but they're wrong.
It's flail armor because the spike ball goes in a circle, so he can attack in all 4 directions.
Yep. You guys fell for my trick. Was evil.
Evil was confirmed.
We still got no points on the board. Who wants that copy of Cyber Shadow? This one's really hard too.
Phase Locket and Throwing Anchor are 2 of the relics to appear in all 5 games of Treasure Trove, which is the 3rd. Ooh.
Tricky.
This one was written by our excellent mod Magma. He
That
is a
one's
moderator of the Shovel Knight wiki, so he is a deep repository of lore.
All 5 games? Wow. That's what I'm saying. You guys,
Mobile Gear and Plague of Shadows.
you get it. And
Oh,
retrades
right,
there.
right.
You get Chester.
Yeah, I guess that checks out.
Maybe
Oh
you
wow,
get her-
they're answering fast.
I was referring. I almost said Goat Armor. I'm so glad I didn't, because when you go in, when you finish, when you're doing New Game Plus, we didn't want to make it so that you had to wait 5 levels to change your armor.
Yeah.
So we put Goat Armor right in the village.
That's a really good design decision.
Is he his son? No, they're the same size.
But is it his son?
He's orange. He's a. There, look, there he is. He's got the same. He's got a weird crown.
Oh, there's Super Skeleton.
We altered it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Super Skeleton in Voice Village. I should probably open that so that people on the stream can see. There we go. There he is.
Big man himself.
Wait, who's the wiki person? Is it
Magma.
Don't.
Joe Magma.
That's
Clever.
the way to start a rumor.
I know, right?
What did Shovel Knight and Shield Knight dress as in Halloween? You guys gotta read all of our tweets.
I like this one a lot.
It's
Oh.
2020, not 2019.
Oh,
Oops.
well, he wasn't anything in
It's okay.
2019.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention to all my tweets.
I think he shows up both though. We use the same image twice, didn't we?
Oh,
I don't know.
babe, no, I think Morgan gave them feet.
Who currently holds the world record?
I know that's fine.
Man,
Wow. People are good on their lore.
the thing
yeah.
is, this changes all the time. I'm surprised.
Smauggy has been pretty dominant in Shovel of Hope any percent though. He's had the world record for a long time, but he has been dropping it constantly.
Yeah, that's cool.
The other options are Bread Pan Pan. He has the world record in Plague of Shadows any percent right now, and I was like present for his grind. He worked really hard for that record. And then Moo Moo is like Mr. Spectre Knight, basically.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Simple.
Everyone
Who
knows
streams?
Moo Moo.
Yeah.
I guess they all stream,
Oh, yeah,
but
speaking.
I like. He's my favorite.
Shoutouts to Simple Flips.
Yeah, then we got the funny meme answer.
Oh, Moo also, yeah, Moo's been doing the all nights campaign.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
streaming on Spike Vegeta's channel on September 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Make sure you guys are there. Watch Moo Moo. Support Shovel Knight.
Yeah, he recently did an all nights campaign, and it was a 2-hour 45-minute run, which is insanely fast.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I've wanted to watch that at a GDQ so badly for.
I know. Yeah, that'd
There
be
you
good.
go. And support.
I think Moo Moo is like pretty indisputably the best overall Shovel Knight Treasure Trove player. Like out of all the characters combined, like he's
He has
got to
like
be
his
number one.
stats are above all of them. Yeah, I can see that.
Because like Smauggy's probably better than him at Shovel Knight, right? Like at individual
Right.
characters, there's probably at least one person, but with all the characters, he's definitely number one, and I think that's more impressive than one character.
Is Sport Night an adult? Yes.
Yeah.
Smack you in the face with your shovel. We're not gonna make you
Beating up kids.
do it.
Jesus.
Was it Dynamite? Yeah, that was like the initial idea before there was even like a Plague Doctor Strong theme behind it. We wanted a science-y explosion-based night. So Dynamite sounds like dynamite, right? It also sounds like Dinosaur Night, so we like quickly dropped it.
I really like the Plague Doctor theme. You guys struck gold with that.
I know one person's disappointed by the lack of a dinosaur night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I am too. Don't worry.
Doctor Night.
He'll be in the Oolong game. He'll be in the Oolong game.
Yeah, the Oolong game's gonna have a lot of really cool stuff.
The Oolong game at a community college.
This was taking them a bit longer. We had instant answers for all the rest, but this one took them
I
a
didn't
while.
know this one. What's squid mode?
That's in the Japanese localization.
What, they just replaced all the words with squid?
But didn't make sense for them.
But doesn't make sense, yeah. That's really funny. Is it taco? That's what taco is octopus. What's squid?
I don't know.
Is it also
A squid is a type of cephalopod.
Ika. Well, Ika is the sushi for squid.
Ooh, we got some movement on the board, but Didachi's still number one.
Taco is squid?
It
Sure.
replaces it with taco, if I recall.
Question 9 of 10.
Okay.
What does TMK 500 stand for?
I know this one.
Someone predicted this. Someone predicted that this would be a trivia question.
I thought you were giving away answers.
No, I did
Yeah.
not.
Turn my key. He was supposed to say that. Turn my key. It's party time.
He does. He says it.
Does he?
Yeah. It's like when
I
you
never
when
knew-
you
I
get
never
the
knew
one
what
that
gets
gives
cut.
you the
Turn
that gives you the relic. You got to turn them on. Remember?
Yeah,
Does he say it's party time?
I did not
I
tell
don't think he says it's party time.
Who came up with that?
That was the initial pitch. Was Sean
No,
kept saying that.
Sean? Of
Yeah,
course.
just- oh, everything is Sean.
Alright, the final question. What are Mole Knight and Plague Knight Scene doing together during the end of Plague of Shadows?
Mole Knight and Plague Knight seem doing together.
They answer so fast. Oh my gosh.
Creating slime Milacra together with Mona. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Mole Knight uses his big old flame head to cook the pot.
Pretty cute.
Oh, Chimera,
Wow.
third place.
And don't feel bad if you didn't win this one, because you still
Dude.
get the prize pack. Even just
Yeah.
for playing. So,
Didachi.
Congratulations
Didachi
to
is our
Didachi.
winner.
Awesome.
Round of applause.
Good job.
Yeah, you did it.
The difference between second and third is 1 point. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh
notice
my
that.
gosh. You're all winner at Starbucks, so.
But especially Didachi.
Yeah, especially Dutchie.
Alright,
Hey,
so
Nothing happened.
all of the winners have already DM'd me, and so I think now that we have finished the trivia, you guys are welcome to answer questions for as long as you'd like.
Sure, I can stay. I can stay. If Celia needs to go, she might. Have
I
to.
will leave eventually soon, but I could be here for a couple questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Peter can answer the questions. I'm gonna get water.
Okay, so someone's been asking quite a bit. If you could pick one more night for a treasure trove campaign, who would you pick?
Oh, like yeah. Who would I pick? I guess Propeller Knight. He seems like his mobility would be really fun to mess around with.
I
He's really
agree
cool.
with that answer. Yeah, for sure.
Showdown.
I was gonna say.
Well, I
He's so
can't.
tall. He would look so dumb.
Wouldn't he be fine?
Imagine shrinking Propeller Knight down to be like 2
I
times.
did. I did a spray for that already.
You
It
did?
looks bad.
Yo. Hashtag release the Propeller Knight cut.
Yeah.
Release the spray.
His head's just cut off.
It would be the King of Cards campaign, except there's no king. It'd just be the rats.
I think
What?
that Shield Knight from
Wait, it's
Showdown
all
would be
that?
really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, why did
It's
you
all
want
the-
that?
I don't know. But I want it though. I want the
I remember.
rat head.
I remember
Totally.
joking that like in the Polar Knight campaign, he'd get like decapitated at the start. You just like play as his one tile head.
That's such a good idea. it crawls around on like what you thought was his beard is actually his legs.
It was a mech the whole time.
He's on his quest to get his body back.
Or it's like Carry On. You guys play that? Where it's like you're just a big massive meat trying to reform your body, and at the end like you become Polar Knight. It's like, oh my god, Polar Knight's the thing. John Carpenter's the thing.
So
Oh my god.
another question: are there any cheat codes that have not been discovered?
We disclosed all of them.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and if you see our list is different than like the list that was on our IGN a while ago, there's like the official codes, because of how hexadecimal works and how like the hash works. There's like a data mined version and then a normal version.
Interesting.
So the normal version is the one that like we made.
Also, the complete list of cheat codes is on our website. I transferred over to the new website. So, yeah, you can find it there. It's
I had a feeling that'd be the answer. We just needed some confirmation, you know?
There you go.
There you go.
So is Plague Knight actually drinking from a bomb at the boss rush table, or is that like an actual drink but just in bomb casing?
It's a bomb.
Yeah.
He's just straight up drinking a bomb. That's really good.
It has explosive flavor.
We have a Shovel Knight theme for sell them.
Yeah. What does it taste like? It tastes like chemistry, science, and explosions.
Okay,
I don't
so we got a question of what does Spectre Knight look under the helmet? Like, how degraded is he? Is he like a mummy or a zombie? I used to think he was a ghost possessing armor, but clearly if he's not like actually dead, then that can't be it.
Yeah, he's not dead. His hands are a good clue. So like his arms are bare.
Yeah.
So imagine, just extend that to the rest of his body. He's like a husk of what he used to be.
Interesting.
So I would imagine that he looks like a hollow from Dark Souls.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking from that description.
But a cuter one, yeah. I mean, his face is like probably more recognizable, and it wouldn't just be black. But I mean, it's not cloth. He doesn't have like. It's not like there's a seam, you know. He's not wearing what do they call those cat suits?
So, will there ever be another Showdown and Joustus Brawl with the Devs event?
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So when I have time, I will plan it eventually soon.
Awesome.
Eventually.
Way to commit. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Will you guys participate?
I would love to.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, we'll do it.
I would love to.
If you didn't know, I would have canceled it. Okay, guys, everyone get on Steam right now. Let's do this.
No,
I'm kidding. I know, I need to go sleep. I'm tired. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it eventually.
Good night, Celia.
Oh, I wasn't leaving yet.
Oh, you're not actually leaving? Okay. I thought you were leaving.
I made
The answer wasn't
to
good.
start the event. Oh, okay, never mind. So I
I'm
can joke.
leaving though.
All right, see you, Alec.
See
This
you,
was
Alex.
fun.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much for
playing,
popping in.
everybody.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay, so this question was asked by Graps Simp.
Correct.
Why hasn't Plague of Shadows released separately?
So that's a good question. What if Plague of Shadows was your first game?
I agree with that, yeah.
That'd be weird, right? So Plague of Shadows works really well as a reflection of the original Shovel Knight. And we originally had it that you had to finish Shovel Knight before playing Plague of Shadows because it was sort of like New Game Plus Plus a little bit, and its own game. And so that was why we never had it be its own thing, its own release. Is that it's sort of a weird proposition. I think maybe in the future we might bundle it with Shovel of Hope, but it's something that is definitely on our mind constantly, and it comes up a lot. And yeah, we'll see. The main thing is we just don't want people to have to think that that's is Plague of Shadows is good, and it functions really well as for someone who's versed in this kind of gameplay. But if it's your first game, it might be a little bit harder to get into the rest of the games.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that answer. I would think that the best course of action would be to add it, like if you have to like get money from the effort that it takes, I'd say like make it a paid DLC for Shovel of Hope standalone. But I think the ideal route to take for that would be, do you remember how there used to be a cheat code to unlock Plague of Shadows?
Yeah.
So what happens a lot is I get a lot of questions from people who basically say like, I beat Shovel of Hope, where's Plague of Shadows? Because they're looking at old guides. So like if it was added for free, if you made that old cheat work, you know. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I think what we want to do is something that makes it so that everybody who wants to like enjoy it can play it right away, and also that nobody like gets turned off by playing it when like it's a little bit more difficult than what we actually like want to tune our games to nowadays.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's definitely a tricky situation for sure.
So, what we could say is our PR answer, we answer on Twitter is, wow, that's a really great idea. Thank you so much for suggesting it. We appreciate it. Right now, it's not in the pipeline, but if we ever go that route, we'll be sure to announce it on our social media pages and website.
Celia's like,
Keep an eye out.
she's sweating. I'm saying stuff I'm not supposed to.
All right, so the next question is the painting in King Knight's room actually King Knight?
No.
No.
The painting is sort of like a poster. Like, it's the conception is that it's like his hero. He's like if you're a guy who does bodybuilding and you work out a lot, and you're trying to like do that competitively, you might have like your favorite bodybuilder on the wall as like a poster for motivation. So King Knight has like a poster of a king to motivate him because he's all about being a king.
I thought it was his real dad.
It's not his real dad.
I always thought it was his real dad.
Is that the Shovel Knight stole the bear number from? No.
Shovel Knight's he did not steal.
He's not a thief.
So our next question is, why are red skulls red? Are they bloody, or like what's the deal with that?
Why are red skulls red? Because they stand out in a level, and when you click on them, when you click them, they're tied to the character.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, I think the idea is that you find lots of different kinds of skulls, right? You find bone playing skulls too. Those red ones are the ones though that you're looking for. So you find them because you look for them. It's sort of a confirmation bias thing.
Dry.
I see.
Dry bones?
Yeah. That's right. I think I made that up in my head, but
The Koopa?
yeah,
That's a
the dry
bones?
bones, it used to be red, and then they changed it.
Oh.
So I figured that it was.
No, it had nothing to do with it.
Oh man, okay, never mind.
They're red
I remember
because
that thing being saying Paper Mario.
they're red because Spectre Knight's red, I think.
Okay, so
What was the question?
oh. Okay, so our next question is, does Spectre Knight know that he didn't technically die? Like, how aware is he of his state of being?
100%. He knows exactly what's happening. He doesn't say that Enchantress revived me and made me alive. He says the Enchantress sustains me.
I see.
Effectively. So yeah, he is becoming more and more.
So our next question is, was it considered to use Donovan's special dance in Showdown, and why doesn't the Donovan ult do it?
Wait, what? What was the question?
It was so Donovan has like a dance that you can unlock in Spectre of Torment. The question was it considered to be in Showdown? Why isn't it?
Why isn't it? I think it has behavior. It moves around.
That's what I would think.
I think at one point it may have been, or it may have been planned, but it was just like wasn't added.
That the movement thing makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, it's also like without the movement, it's kind of weird, and we didn't want to add
that makes
movement for those. He does that. The reason that dance exists is because we outsourced some stuff to an artist, 10-Pound Pixel. I mentioned him earlier, and he did a bunch of really cool stuff. And one of the at the end of his assignment, he's like, "Hey, I did this for fun," and so we're like, "Oh, okay, cool, thanks." And so I cleaned it up a little bit, and we put it in the game.
Nice.
So it was like just like free art standing there, and for a while, it, like we didn't really know how to put it in there, but now it's like, I think the way it works is every other time you hold down, he does that.
I see. I'm looking. Okay, so this question has like 5 up arrows or whatever, so like people really want to know this one. What happened to King Knight's father?
What happened to King Knight's dad?
Yeah.
I will tell you all the hints. You guys ready? There is like where you find King Knight's card, there's that room. The idea is that room was King Knight's dad's like secret study. There's back there. There's also like the airships. There's one missing airship. There's a there's like to get into that study. There's like a secret. One of the bookshelves in the front room that has like a swinging hinge. You can see a little bit of like crack, and at the end, fly through. There's at the fly through. There's like it's open, and so you can see more inside of it. One of the airships is missing in the back. That looks like one of the hovercraft style airships. The same one that there's also. Cooper also flies one of those later. He's not his dad. His dad, no. There's a torn map in there. And there's a place to write notes. I think that's all the visual hints. They're all in that room.
That's a lot of hints. Is it Zorix?
Yeah. Wait. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out this too.
The answer is not gonna. I'm not gonna give you an answer.
Wait.
It's not Yoppler.
My theory was
it's not Yoppler.
But yeah, so that is like all of the hints towards it. Maybe we'll explore that in a future game.
I see. So another question with a lot of reacts that people want to hear is, what species was Red when he was alive? Was he a normal human or what?
He is an appearance a human skeleton. I would think that if he was a mole, it would have been a mole skeleton, etc. So, yeah, he's something human. Like what else could he be?
Wait, what was the question?
I don't know.
Like a chimpanzee.
I'm getting all of the questions directly from the people.
Yeah, yeah, and right. I'm not asking you. That question is directed back at the crowd. Red is a monkey. No. No, Red obviously like is human. He comes his bride to be or his bride is human as well. And you're looking for Scarlet's skeleton. Like you don't find animal skulls. He's like, go look for the red human skulls. So I think he's definitely Red Skull from Captain America.
I never made that connection.
No?
Oh no, it's not.
That's Yoppler. Celia the other day asked me, she's like, hey, is this a real character? I don't remember him. And she's pointing at Yoppler.
Yeah, I forgot about Yoppler. And I thought it was, because there's canceled characters in SPN, and
Yep.
I thought I forgot them, and then I looked at Yoppler, and I was like, there's no way I forgot this guy, so he must be cut. Turns out, no, he's in the game, I just don't remember.
I see. So, our next question is there developed lore for the Vicar of Vigor outside of what we see in King of Cards? Or is it just like an item?
Vigor? Oh, I was sad you didn't use that question. I liked that question. The Vicar of Vigor is he was a one-note joke. So that's it.
Okay.
The idea was that he was going to tell you his big, long backstory, and you're going to find out all about his past and why his statues are all over the world. And he might interrupts him, and it's like, no, I don't want to hear about this, and then he just disappears.
I thought that was really funny.
I was really hoping that joke would land.
I definitely enjoyed that a lot. So we have a question of what are the things that are on Donovan's arms? I'm not really sure what they mean.
Oh, yeah, that was in reaction to saying that his hands are bare. I didn't mean so. Donovan is wearing armor, but Spectre Knight was conceived of as having like wraithy black hands in his big sprite.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sorry, so what's coming?
We have a question. Is Phantom Striker dead? And I feel like you can answer that because didn't we have a related question?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Yeah, okay. Trying to find more popular questions. There don't seem to be any where people are like reacting to them.
One thing that we don't know is that he what does he call? He says that Spectre Knight smells of the dead. Is that right?
I don't.
So he has to do with. I mean, he says Spectre Knight smells dead. Phantom Striker, being a thing that hunts ghosts, is something that we developed because his name more than anything.
I see. So he is a striker who strikes phantoms. He is not a phantom who strikes.
That was sort of a joke that became more of just like how we directed that character.
I see.
Yeah, he was. He's also like, well, when he was originally pitched to us, he was like some warrior that like went around the land testing people, but we kind of like took him in our own direction.
What a ghost smell like?
What it goes smell like?
Yeah.
Death.
And
Oreos.
and Oreos.
Death and Oreos are what ghosts smell. Is that canon to Shovel Knight or to life or both?
Yeah. It's the off-brand kind, the ones you get from Vons.
You mean the originals? You know that Oreo is an off-brand?
What?
Yeah, the original is damn it, what's the name of it?
I'm gonna go check Oreos now.
The original. It's on the tip of my tongue. Somebody else has to know this.
Either can Shovel Knight, community college, or ghost smell like Oreos. Yes, people are. So these are all getting added to the wiki, right?
Yeah.
Well,
we have a question.
Copy paste the Wikipedia page for Rhode Island into the Shovel Knight wiki, I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah. Community college is important.
So we do. Speaking of the wiki, we do have a question from our wiki mod that probably will be added to the wiki if there's a good answer. The question is, if King Knight made the propeller rats, then why does the Pridemore keep have them as enemies before he's the king?
I have a dumb answer.
Before he's the king?
Yeah. Is that just a gameplay thing, or is it like...
Okay, what's your dumb answer?
Oh, my dumb answer is that King Knight has been practicing for a really long time. Wake up and do that. You gotta...
Yeah, I imagine those are loose out in the wild.
Yeah,
they've like
so he's made so many that they just are everywhere.
Yeah.
Possible. What are you expecting him to do? Keep them under control? No, he'd be like, "Be free, my son," and then they would just go up.
By the way, Oreos are a knockoff of Hydrox.
There you go.
Hydrox is the original that Oreo became more popular with.
I see. So who is the mother of Mole Knight's kids?
Mole Knight doesn't have children.
That's what I thought. I think I didn't think he had kids, and I was like, I'm gonna ask this anyway because it's kind of funny, but yeah, I guess not. So are things like Wisdoms and Gold Armors and Hover Haps, are they just occupations or are they like species?
Those are occupations, and they get paid for it, as seen in the Treasure Knight scene where he- to Gold Armor. They could be other species besides a human, but that is a job, not a species.
How much do they get paid?
A sack.
A sack.
Gold.
And
You used the art. You used the art recently for that sprite thing. He's holding a sack of gold.
oh, God. Oh, there's okay. Don't pay attention to that Discord. You'll find out eventually. I forgot about that. I forgot I did that. Okay. Oh, yeah, and he even commented on it. And I was like, haha, yeah.
I was like, why? Wait, where's the sword?
'Cause that was specific.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a question of why is Spectre Knight like rotting if he didn't die?
He's not rotting.
That's what I thought. He's like a thing from Dark Souls. I forgot what it's called.
He's not unscathed.
Right.
Wait,
he's
so if he's
definitely
not like rotting or actively dying, why does the Phantom Striker say he smells like Oreos?
he smells like death. Because here's the idea: is that he got close to death and is sustained by the Enchantress. She's like blackmailing him, if essentially, or extorting him, I guess. And so he is like he's like held together or like maintained through necrotic magic, and that's what Phantom Striker senses.
So he's basically just super glued together, and Phantom Striker realizes this.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I like that answer a lot. So this is a very popular requested question. How do Prism Knight and Donovan keep their visors on?
How do who?
Prism Knight and Donovan.
They're attached to the cowls. They have little hoods. Like it's called a hauberk, right? Hauberk.
I just assumed it would be like a helmet that's under their hood that has the visor.
A hauberk is. Am I thinking the right thing? It's like a hood of chainmail.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the way that you would normally attach plate to chainmail. That's what I'm gonna say. But like, who cares? Because like,
let's let some cosplayers figure that out. And
how come like and
Okay.
it's like
so,
I guess it's made of like chainmail on the sides.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hauberk is also like the hood part. I'm not sure what the hood part's called.
I'll be cosplay and speculate.
If you need to design a diagram of it.
So
Hoyt,
Hey, Adam.
thank you. Hauberk is a shirt. Hoyt. Quoth. Since Tinker Knight can fly on the mobile gear and extend it upwards, does that mean that Shovel Knight just doesn't know how to use it completely? Exactly. Yep.
Oh, that's a really good
That's it.
question. That's a really good question.
100%
How does Cuddles tie in with the overall creation of the Shovel Knight universe?
Skip that question.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay. So the Cyber Shadow universe and the Shovel Knight universe are considered separate, so that's why there wouldn't be like a official Shovel Knight appearance.
Except
But
for the
couldn't one be so far in the future that like
fairies like external to
No,
both universes
I think the
and
fairy-
affect both?
I think the fairies can go anywhere and anywhere. They're interdimensional. Like they can appear now. Like here. Whoa.
Madame Meteor shows up.
I'm
On the
waiting for
place-
my fairy to show up.
She's not even bound to Nintendo. She
She
shows up
could-
in the Fairy Glade.
Yeah, she can show up anywhere. So that's why that is. But Cuddles,
Sundress.
I would say Cuddles is not from Rhode Island, but has visited.
Cuddles, the thing that's stapled onto the collision in the corner.
Yeah, he's in there though. I think he's cool.
He gets on an airplane. He's like, oh, in the seat.
Cuddles, maybe Cuddles' beautiful wife came from. He's like,
Cuddles' wife?
yeah, he's an exceptionally hot wife. She's from
By
Rhode
what
Island.
standard?
From Cyber Shadow standard.
That's weird.
Wait, so the fairies can travel between dimensions?
The robots are bugs. Is she like a hot bug?
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh.
She's a waifu. Can anyone draw an anime version of
You
Cuddles?
just want people to
Cuddles'
draw
wife, please?
waifus.
I'm so sad there was no Cuddles art in the Cyber Shadow art contest. It was so disappointing.
So, does anyone in Shovel Knight have a canon height?
Okay. This is a really dangerous question.
There. I have to obey that.
I forget, but I think so. Do you have a number?
I'm not gonna tell them. It's
Do
illegal.
we have
We'll
like a
get-
number for like any of
Okay.
them? Just like one?
Shovel Knight is almost 2 tiles tall. That's his height.
Also, I have a question about the previous question.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-oh.
You have Reese as the in. Then you just like measure out what a. Like,
But
what
Reese is a growing young boy. You don't know what his height is until
well, yeah, you don't know how old he is in Shovel Knight.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
If Reese
what
is 5'3", then people are really tall.
Yo, Shovel Knight is short.
We know that.
So my
yeah.
my question, this is about the last question. So if the fairies are capable of traveling between dimensions, and
Yeah.
Cardia also comes from another dimension, does that mean Cardia can
Cardia
show
comes
up
from
in
another
Cyber Shadow?
Cardia comes from another planet, not another dimension.
Oh, I thought it was a dimension.
Come on,
That was
Grottle.
the.
Come on, Grottle. You gotta get with the lore. We just had a question about this.
Listen,
Come on,
I'm not
man.
a Shovel Knight expert like the rest of you people, alright? I've been getting over a lore and I can answer all day.
I don't like the way you said you people.
Yeah, me either.
Dang.
Is Shovel.
I'm surprised nobody asked about the masks in Plague Knight's room. You guys remember?
We did get a very frequent Plague Knight related question. I know we're not going to get a proper answer for this, but what is he under the mask?
Plague Knight?
Is he a bird?
Definitely can't answer that.
I
That
I
is the
had a
only
feeling
clues
you
you
couldn't
have.
answer that.
The only clues you have are that he drinks out of the tip of his mask.
Oh, that's something that I've never considered. Interesting.
Yeah.
Does Spore
Yeah.
Knight sound like a toad? Or like Toad? I think the question is like Toad, like for Mario, not like a
Right.
toad, like a frog.
She can take that off, that hat thing off. She throws it around, so I don't think she's Toad. If that's what you're getting at.
Toads is a hat too.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe she does.
Cute. She's so tiny, or she's a deep voice.
Ew, gross.
That's gross.
Yeah, she looks like that.
No, she's
Hey.
cute.
Shovel Knight, welcome to my mushroom kingdom.
Yeah, just like that.
Not that one. No, I'm not. This is not copyright. Please don't sue us, Nintendo. That's what she says. That's lines from Dig.
Are you revealing?
All right, I think we should have like 1 or 2 last questions
Yeah.
because I gotta go.
Questions.
I'm looking for some good ones.
Hey.
What planet does Cardia come from? Is it known?
Not telling you.
I had a feeling that one was not getting
Okay,
answered.
last question.
Someone asked, is Cyber Shadow Shovel Knight in the future? And I think you already said no. They're alternate universes, right?
No, that RNA will like come across.
Yeah,
What Shovel Knight?
they're not related. I'm looking for some. Come on, people. We got to get some good questions. We got 1 or 2. Oh, so this is a good one. Why is Treasure Knight so obsessed with money? Was he poor?
Is he poor? He is. If you play the showdown, you'll see that he's like a pirate, like thief guy, and he has sort of a rivalry / respect for Propeller Knight.
Right.
So he's a guy who wants to plunder the depths of the sea, and he's obsessed with that. He's like a Captain Nemo guy. I wouldn't say he's poor. He has a giant metal ship that's like rivals any other thing in
Well,
the.
so the question was he poor, and that's why he's obsessed with money now.
That's a good question.
They're trying to get some backstory details, you know.
We haven't really like explored his backstory.
I remember. I don't remember exactly when or what the context of this was, but there is like the common meme that people are like, it has something to do with his dead wife. That was like said in a stream or something as like a non-canon thing.
Yeah, I guess there's not really much of an answer there because we haven't developed that story. If we did Treasure of the Deep as like another campaign, then we would find all about it.
You could have called it. You could have called it Treasure Trove.
I will give you $3,000
No.
if you make Treasure of the Deep.
$3,000. You know, it costs like more than $1 million to make this, right?
Buy our
Yeah, you
sleepover
can
party.
come up the rest from somewhere.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't think 3K would be enough to incentivize them.
Let's not go.
So,
Oh, okay. So, people have theorized because of certain art of King Knight that basically the knights can move their mask openings to express emotions, or at least King Knight. Is that like a thing?
That is like loosely a thing. That's determined by the rules of the universe more than the rules of the characters.
Yeah.
Ghostly, to answer your question, there was intentions for that, but the deal fell through.
All right.
I see Nick.
oh, someone wanted to know what the mole's name was. We cannot tell you, so Steve. Yeah, there was a photo of the mole. It's a big thing that they had.
Oh, that the mole on the barrel.
Yeah, so we're gonna as Joe until
Joe Mole.
yeah, Joe.
Joe Mama.
Oh.
Joe Moma.
Yeah, until we give official thing.
Dead.
But he's really cute and I love him.
The Oreos. It's hilarious.
Are there any new, like, really minor side characters that you came up with during the course of the development, but you couldn't find a good place to put them, and so you're saving for a future game?
No, because usually what happens is like a character has a function before a personality. Like
That makes
Creech
a lot
is a good
of sense.
example. Like Creech is like, we just need a bartender. And so let's think of like what Creech could be, and Creech became like more and more of a thing where he's like, he's there, he's grumpy, he has like add personality, and then like by the end of it he's a character, but before that he's just like a function. Fun note is that Creech has a sprite for his bottom half,
Yeah.
but we just haven't shown it to anybody because it's like it's never needed.
Interesting. So, if you're still wanting to take questions, we have why is Fleck green?
Who's Fleck?
I'm pretty sure Fleck is
Yeah, it's his son. It's the Hexavator's son.
yeah.
It's him. It's Flick.
Who?
You know, it's his.
Hive Knight?
Yeah, it's
Hive
Hive
Knight.
I'm
Knight.
very, very sad now.
He's
Maybe very
a
sad was.
He's like a shiny.
Oh my god.
He's a shiny.
I'm not working on that game. Leave me
Fleck
alone.
is a shiny Beto.
No, Fleck he's like a shiny Vito. There's more creatures than what we've shown off in this world, and I think that the reason why Hive Knight likes Fleck is that he's unique.
But Black and Joe are. So.
Jamolma.
Yeah.
You can't say with a Jamolma you didn't know who Fleck was.
Getting called out, man. Boss, how's it feel to be bullied?
Oh, it's the best. I love it. Come at me.
Okay, guys, I think we've shared so much lore. We're ending
Yes.
on the Fleck and Joe being friends.
So much more lore than we could have ever imagined.
You're still streaming, by the way.
You're still streaming.
Let's hope somebody wrote down all this lore instead of just like screaming about it in chat without actually saying it themselves.
The
What's it say?
Hexavator post? Because that may have been one of my first posts.
Oh yeah.
That may have been if this is in April, that post, then that was one of my first social media posts.
If you have any weird dumb questions, you feel free to send them to my email. Again, it is Celia P.
You can hit us up on Twitter, and I lurk in the Discord. So if you ever have questions,
So do I.
let us know.
I read everything. If you complain about stuff, I'll call you out.
Yeah, we watch it.
Celia, am I allowed to at you if I have any stupid questions?
You know what? For tonight only, you guys are allowed to at me. Okay, bye.
Yes, thank you. All right, thank you so much for the opportunity to pick your brains and ask questions. Thank you so much for coming onto the server to talk with us. It was immensely cool. I hope everyone had a great time.
Yep. Thanks for hosting it. Thanks for running it and running the show, and thanks for all your questions, guys. Have a lot of fun.
All right, and we'll see. We at the Discorder of No Quarter. We'll see you guys whenever we decide to do something again. So we have no idea.
Keep watching. This is so much fun.